So it's early, 7:30. I didn't wake up at 3, but I'm kind of awake. So I'm just going to have my morning cup. I was like, why am I laying in bed? It's really, like I woke up at 7:30 and I'm laying in bed for an hour on my phone. So I thought, you get up, you got lots you can be doing. And yeah. Whoops, I make my coffee. So funny because our dog sleeps in, so Fitz is still sleeping. Like a little kid, you don't want to wake him up yet. So yeah, when I have a coffee, sit on the couch, watch my favorite podcast, Phenomenal, because I'm a Bachelor watcher, and I don't know if any of you watch The Golden Bachelor, but I did. And to be honest, I'm not a fan of Gary. Not that I ever was, but I thought he was a tad phony, you know? Anyway, let me fix my coffee. It is so peaceful and quiet. Everything looks so cozy, except for that section, but it will be. So I'm going to drink my coffee and carry on knitting sock number 2 to that set. As I mentioned before, I've been making a lot of sourdough stuff, so here is my sourdough. I had it in the fridge, I looked at it for a while. See, look at how watery it is. So I'm going to stir this up. I'm going to make sourdough cookies. I made a batch before, everyone loved them, and this time I'm making them oatmeal, which is Richard's favorite. And he'll be here. It makes so many. He'll be here, and these will be great because he'll have cookies that he likes. And so what I did is first mix the dry ingredients. What I'll do is put the link to this below because it's got so many ingredients. They're not complicated, but there's just a lot. Like soda, salt, baking powder, just a lot. And the only thing I did different to the recipe is I added a half a teaspoon of cinnamon because I like cinnamon in oatmeal cookies. I think I'm crushing up those big balls of brown sugar. This is that brown sugar I got from T&T's. So it's got a few lumps in it. So this thing I'm using, probably seen it before, and lots of sourdough bakers use them. They're called spurtles. And I got a spurtle set on Amazon. Where's the other one? And they come in really handy. So there's these 3 and this big one for when you're making bread. So I am going to add all of the wet ingredients. And it says 1/2 cup of unfed sourdough, which is exactly what's in here. Just going to stir that up with the spurtle. And I'll do that right now, but I'm not going to feed my sourdough until I scoop out my 1/2 cup. It mixes it so well. I feel like I'm churning butter or something. And I honestly do wipe off the sides, but it just, after a while, it just gets whatever, you know? There. I started my own sourdough starter, and because I would ask everyone, do you have any sourdough starter? Do you have any? And everybody's, no, I don't have any. So I thought, you know what? If you want something and you want it done and you want it done right, do it yourself. As soon as I do it myself, when Tripp's over here, he goes, hey, my mom has sourdough. I'm like, are you kidding me? He goes, no, but then they're away in the, I don't even know where they are, not the Dominican Republic, but some beautifully, according to them, so hot. They called yesterday, it is so hot wherever they are. Is it Costa Rica? I'm not sure. Some tropical Island. And I remembered when I made this before, it's much better mixed in the my big mixer. So I'm going to go dump everything over there. Okay, let's get this stirred up. And while this is stirring, I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to refeed my starter. I cleaned around the rim a bit, and it is alive and well. Look at the bubbles. I'm so proud that I made my own starter. You know what I mean? That feels good. So, apparently whole wheat has more stuff when you're first starting off with your starter for the natural yeast to feed off of. And if you didn't know, sourdough eats, oh what a mess, sourdough eats up the gluten in flour. So for some people that are not necessarily have celiac or hardcore gluten intolerance, but if you've got just a light gluten sensitivity, you could probably eat sourdough because the gluten is a lot less. I also use distilled or filtered water. So to make it easy, you just buy one of these from Superstore. And I just use that because you don't want any chlorine or stuff in here. And then just give this a stir. And I'll put it back in the fridge in a little bit. And then it can sit in there till the cows come home. That's why these sprinkles are good, because this feels like thick, like you're playing in the mud. When you were a little kid and you played in the mud, so it's really glumpy and thick, and you want to make sure you get down deep and stir it really well. Yeah, it's like you're really playing in the mud. So I'm just going to let this sit because I think the other part of our recipe has mixed up enough. Put this over here. So now it asks us to stir in chocolate chips or raisins. And I would imagine you could stir in nuts or coconut, whatever. So I'm just going to use up some of these golden raisins because they're not ones that the kids would tend to just go in and say, can I have some raisins? I'll use these in the cookies. These will be good. Hang on. And I'll stir them, and then I will put, you have to chill this batter for about an hour in the fridge. I don't know why, but you know. And I do believe when I made these last week, they were chocolate chip. I ended up having to put a little more flour in to roll them into balls. And I better pick up these raisins, because did you know that grapes, which are raisins, are toxic to animals? Okay, so I'm just going to stir this up, stick it in the fridge for an hour, and then put my sourdough back in the fridge and clean up. And then this will be ready. So I'm preheating my oven to 350 as per usual. Put the crumbs down here. And whoops, what did I do? Oh, it's preheating. And I set out my cookie sheet waiting for the batter. And so I think Google said I had 8 more minutes. So I'm going to use this time to do my advent calendars. Richard just got home, so he bought me some hair color. This is perfect because my hair is so short. This covers my whole head. Love it. It only takes 10 minutes. Okay, what should we start? Well, let's start with the tea. What day are we on? It's going so fast. I think it's day 5. There's no way. Yeah, it is, because day 4 is gone. Day 5er. Where are you, Fitz? Be quiet. Day 5. I don't see it anywhere. Oh, here. How yum is this? Chamomile, vanilla, and manuka honey. Huh. A blissful dip in a pool of calm. That's really yummy. So many things to juggle. Pause, breathe, and let tea help sort the riddle. Hallelujah to that. Well, I'll have that a little bit later. Well, maybe I'm sampling a cookie. It's a good thing Richard's home because he can take some of these cookies back with him to the boys. Now we'll do our beau mama. Fitz, you are not being a beau mama. Come here. Be a beau mama, even though you're a boy. And I see number 5 right here. So let's just pop this tab down and then right up. Okay. It says fig a la cardamom. So it's figs with cardamom spice. Cardamom? Is that how you say it? 100 gram. Violet figs, sugar, cardamom, and lemon juice, concentrate, and fruit pectin. Yum! I can't wait to start opening some of these up. But I don't want to have 24 jars open at the same, Wow, that's a nice one. See? Beautiful. Okay, let's move you guys over and let's hit the stitch holders. Oh, and I figured out what, is it this one? Yeah, what these are with the lobster claw on them. These are to help mark your rows. Like if you're on a certain row and it says, I don't know how it would work, but it's a row marker anyway. I'm trying to think in my head how that would work. Okay. Oh, another gorgeous, beautiful one. This is just the work that has gone into these. It's a delight to open every day. Look at that. A bluebell. And look at the little bluebells all around. I am in love with these. Love. And this is another stitch counter. I'm absolutely in love. That's beautiful. Last but not least, the art calendar, day 5. Oh, now my suspicion is, what else would be this tall and long? The paintbrush. Let's see how right I am. I just can't think of anything else being this long. Yippers! Ooh, what a nice brush this is. Oh, this is a really nice paintbrush. I love it. Wow. Loving that. I hope these two are too. Love, 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 love. So, number 5, paintbrush. I'll open more. I want to do more. Doesn't say anything on that one either. Oh, that's the timer. So this batter is really thick, and I don't need to add any flour to it. Like, it's thick. That's my oven preheating. And then I was going to use my little melon ball thing that I usually use for cookies, but it doesn't need this. I think I'm going to have to wet my hands. It's very sticky. I don't know why this is so different than the last batch. That's funny. But I think I do remember them being sticky. So here's our sourdough, oatmeal raisin, cinnamon cookies. Richard had one, he loved it. He also had a slice of the fruit cake. He said it's the best cake he's ever eaten in his whole life. Of all cakes, not just fruit cakes. That's how good that cake is. And he loved the cookies. So yeah, so I'm just told him to take them when he goes back to see the boys, because they will gobble these down. There's 2.5 dozen, and I'm gonna eat this, and Richard ate one too. So yeah, because this is like a half a cookie in Weight Watchers world. This is pretty tiny. So at least that way you can get a taste of it without having 17 cookies like I usually have, you know? But a couple of people were asking me about Weight Watchers. I was on Weight Watchers so long ago. My kids were little. And I lost 33.5 pounds. And I got so skinny because I was starting at a much lower weight than I started at now. And I got so thin, then I got sick, and because I lost it way too quick. I did it way wrong. I was binging and eating, and it was stupid. That is not the plan of Weight Watchers. So, story time. Everyone's talking about Ozempic, and I was thinking, what if I could use Ozempic? I asked my doctor about it. He even wrote me a prescription, but he says, but it's going to cost you a fortune because you're not diabetic, and you're not. No, but if you want a prescription, I'll give you one. So he gave me one. I took it to the pharmacist. They told me it would cost me over $200 a month, I think. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. So I went to my book club that night, and my usual friend that drives me, her name is Susan. She wasn't there. So another lady who lives near here said, oh, I'll give you a ride. Her name's Beth. So Beth picks me up. She gets out of the car, and I take a look at her, and I'm like, you look fabulous. Like, you look, everything she had on, the way it fit her, she just looked fantastic. You know, not somebody who had lost so much weight that they look like this. No, she looked fantastic. So I'm like, Beth, do you mind me asking, did you lose a few pounds? She goes, yes, I've lost 25 pounds on Weight Watchers. I'm like, Weight Watchers? Good old Weight Watchers? She goes, Monica, excuse me, it is so different from before. I swear to you, it is so easy, and she is so right. So I went on it, and still my story time. So when I went to see my sister in Victoria when I fell and broke my nose, she's like, Monica, what are you doing? Like, you look good. And I go, well, I'm on Weight Watchers. So she goes, oh, I don't want to be weighing and counting and blah, blah, blah. So she was watching me because I was staying with her. Within 2 days, she was on Weight Watchers. She couldn't believe how easy it was. Came home, Deanne, who doesn't need to be on Weight Watchers, she goes, no, I need to lose a few. Went on Weight Watchers. All three, and then Deanne's mother-in-law, all of us have had so much success. That's how easy it is. And see, that's the thing. If you don't have really good success on a weight loss program, you're not going to stick to it. I've been on keto. I've been on intermittent fasting. I was on those protein shakes, 2 shakes, and then eat a meal at supper time. And I mean, you lose weight, but the minute you stop it or cheat on it, the weight comes back. not this. No. So there's an app on your phone. You get this app on your phone. And before I forget, if you want to join Weight Watchers, give me your email. I'll email you the link, and then you get a month free or something. I forget what it is. You get something. It's cheaper than if you start by yourself. You fill out a profile. And by the way you fill out your profile is how many points you are allowed to eat per day. So it's kind of like how much cash is in your bank every day. Having said that, there are also a whole bunch of side points on the side of you'll see them on your screen, that you can eat all of those as well. So if you're going out for dinner somewhere, and you want to splurge and it's a fancy dinner, you can eat whatever you want. You will not gain weight if you don't. My 23, so that makes 65 points. That's a lot of food. I would never eat that much in a day. But I'm just saying that is how much you're allotted leeway. You can't do that every day. And it says weekly points, so you would eat those extras once a week and then they're gone. I find I never ever use them. Very, very rarely. So you don't, and what it does is just keeps you plateaued. You won't gain weight, but you won't lose weight. So that's what those are. So anyway, the most fun part for me, I find, is the scanner. There's a scanner, so I'll show you a picture of it here. And it scans the barcodes on your food. So when you go shopping, you open up your app, you see that barcode on the food there, and it tells you what did it say? 2 points for 8 crackers. So I know if I want to eat 8 of these crackers, it's only 2 points. So of course I'm going to eat that. And then you know what to buy. You don't want to waste your points on something else, or just guess and randomly eat 25 of these. Do you know what I mean? Same with these little hummuses from Costco. They're 3 points, and you see the barcode? So you can be sitting down, oh, I forgot to check how many points. You just scan it. It comes right up, and it says, do you want to track this? Like, are you eating this right now, or were you just checking the points? Like, if you're shopping, you're just checking the points. So I literally go through stores while I'm shopping. If I don't know what the points are, I just pick it up, scan. If it's good like this, then I buy it. Also, the other really good thing is there are so many 0-point foods on Weight Watchers that it's unbelievable. All fruit is 0 point. Every kind of fruit you can think of, even bananas, are 0 points. Most vegetables are 0 points except potatoes and sweet potatoes, any beets, any of those starchy vegetables are not. Things like, the fun part is we all go searching for stuff and then share what we found. Like this. Minute Maid has fruit juice and lemonade, pink and yellow lemonade. So if you want a nice little drink with your lunch and you have a sandwich, there you go. That's 0. There's a bread at, where is it? Oh, here. It's called Little Big Bread. Now, most slices of bread that look like normal bread, like this, are 2 points each slice, except for this one. Little Big Bread, it's 1 point per slice. So you can have a full-on sandwich. It's going to be 1 point. You can have an egg, fried egg sandwich. If you fry it in a stick-free pan, your egg, where you don't have to put any fat in there, your breakfast is 1 point because the egg is 0. It's a 0 point food. Your breakfast could be 1 point. You still got 22 points left for the rest of the day. It's just incredible, and it's so fun to find all the foods that are so low. I'm trying to think. Grapes, 0. My problem is most of my food like I ate supper the other day. I had salmon, what was on my plate? Salmon and carrots and a salad. The whole supper was 0. So I put salad dressing on my salad, which made it 1 point. That's crazy. And then if you get really hungry, you can eat an apple and a banana. Or you've seen me have a fruit salad. 0 yogurt, so it's 0. So you have a lot of leeway as to what you can eat, and you're never, ever, ever, ever hungry. So if you guys are more interested, I'll email you, or it's just so easy. There's lots of recipes that people can make, 0 point this. You can make pancakes, all kinds of stuff, but I tend to just want to eat my absolute normal food. So I'm just about to make my today's tea, chamomile, vanilla, and manuka honey. It sounds so yummy. And chamomile is a very relaxing tea, which is perfect to have in the evening. So I'm just going to have this and watch a little bit of TV and say farewell to you guys. And I hope you enjoy today's Vlogmas and my explanation about Weight Watchers for those of you who were asking. So we will see you all tomorrow. Cheers!